live streamers. Welcome to Restorative. Sorry, we were getting a little bit of a late start here. There was a really bad accident on the freeway, so just sending a little bit of love. And of course, recognizing the obstacles that we face and just going with whatever we can in the moment. All right. Welcome, everybody. So make sure you have your bolster handy. And you'll lay it long ways on the mat. You might want a blanket towards the edge of the bolster on the mat in the middle. That's just to help support your pelvis, your hips. You'll sweetly just rest your tailbone against the edge of the bolster and then lengthen your legs out long. Rest your back on the bolster. Let's go ahead and settle in here. Take a moment, release whatever it is that brought us to this moment. And whatever will unfold. Of course, recognizing the importance of the lessons we've learned from this moment. Be here now in your body. Be here now in your body. Be here now in your body. Gently start to breathe deeply into the belly. And gently breathing out as the belly pulls in. Breathing deeply into the belly, watch it expand. And breathing deeply out of the belly, pulling everything back in. Inhale, breathe deeply. And exhale, releasing, pulling back in. Now just allow your breath to breathe you. Allow yourself to allow yourself. Gently easing into this moment. Notice, is the breath long or short? Deep or shallow? Does it change or does it stay the same? I'm so fascinated by the breath because it's almost like an extra limb of the body, but also not a part of the body. A bridgeway between the material and the immaterial. See if the breath mostly resides in the upper chest or in the belly. Can you really breathe into the deeper spaces of the body, like the back of the lungs that don't really get a lot of love? When we take in the breath, We're starting something new, realigning ourselves with an energy we wish to pull in. When we exhale and release the breath, it's almost like an offering. Sometimes letting go doesn't have to be painful, but it can be like a prayer, releasing back to where it came from. Now start to count the breath, counting 1 for both the inhale and the exhale. Then 2 for inhale and exhale. 3, inhale and exhale. And so on until you reach 10. Then start again. If for some reason you become distracted, or if you lose count, just go back to 1. Finish your final round of 10. Once you've finished, just allow your breath to breathe you. Almost like the breath becomes fuzzy, defocalized. And start to bring awareness to the body. Notice if there are any places of tightness or strain, places of openness. Not only giving attention to the parts of our body that show resistance, but also the ones that aren't as vocal. 。 . 。 . 。 . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . And see how still you can be as you feel the awareness of your body, feeling the awareness of your body. Feel the points of contact between you and the floor, you and the bolster. Notice how the bolster presses into the spine. See if you can let the chest open a little bit more. Maybe even bring your arms out to a T, stretching them long. When you inhale, really feel your inhale. And when you exhale, really feel your exhale. Inhale from center out to periphery. Breathe beyond the edges of your skin. And exhale, periphery back to center. Inhale, center, out to periphery. And exhale, periphery back to center. Inhale, center, out to periphery. Exhale, periphery back to center. And sweetly bring your awareness now to the mind. Notice what's happening in the mind. Are there any thoughts about the past, plans or worries about the future, reactions to this very moment? Behind the space of our center forehead, the center of our forehead, we call this the Chitta, moving in about 3 inches from the center of your forehead. In this space resides awareness of the mind, almost like an omniscience, seeing what arises from our impressions and seeing what dissolves. Continue to breathe into this space of the body, allowing the inhale to move thoughts into the mind, allowing the exhale to dissolve them. Inhale, seeing the thoughts in the Chitta Kasha. Exhale, dissolving them from detached awareness. Inhale, seeing the impressions, the thoughts. And exhale, watching them dissolve from detached awareness. Do that about 5 more breaths. Sweetly soothing the undulations of the mind. take a moment now and notice the three main spheres of yourself: physical body, breath body, and mental body. Have a conversation with yourself and dive into whichever sphere requires the most attention in this moment. There are many studies that show when we interact with mindless people, we actually feel more devalued. And as I always say, the same can be said for ourselves. Do we really give ourselves full attention? Listen deeply, even in moments of discomfort. So choose listening to the physical body, listening to the breath body, or listening to the mind body. The moon is getting closer and closer to becoming dissolved in the sun. We call this a new moon in astronomy. In Indian astrology, they call this Amavasya, darkened moon. And this is particularly sensitive lunar phase today, as it might create a bit of agitation, anger, or frustration. The fifth lunar phase out from any full moon or new moon is always considered fiery. So let's really soothe ourselves with stillness. Soothe ourselves with breath. And ease whatever underlying agitation might be rippling out from our own experience. Five more deep breaths in this posture. When you inhale, really feel your inhale. And when you exhale, really feel your exhale. Now imagine your arms becoming as light as a feather. Your arms are as light as a feather. And with the buoyancy of gravity, allow your arms to come together and rest your hands on your belly. Just touching back into yourself for a moment. And then either roll to the right or the left, gently coming off the bolster. You might want to bend the knees and place the feet on the earth. Allow the weight of your body to roll off. And sweetly push the bolster off the mat. And then just comfortably down on your back, feeling the earth against you. You may want to keep your hands on your belly, or maybe one hand on the belly, one on the heart. Inhale, center, out to periphery. Exhale, periphery, back to center. Inhale, center, out to periphery, beyond the edges of your skin. And exhale, periphery, back to center. Come into fetal position on one side and use an arm to press you up into seated. Let me move into our next posture. So you'll keep your bolster lying longways on the mat. And stack your knees on top of each other. And then you'll bring your hip close to the bolster. You gradually start to lay your body down, arms framing the bolster. You can either twist your head to the opposite side or keep it in the same direction. A twist helps us digest what's here. Being on the same side just adds a little bit of comfort. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale into Chitikasha, space behind the center of the forehead. And exhale, letting your thoughts dissolve, grounding back to the earth. Inhale into Chitikasha. Exhale, let them dissolve, grounding back to the earth. I think the more attuned we become to the lunar phases, the more we start to understand how powerful a new moon is. Maybe even more so than the full moon, or at least in a different way. The closer we get to a new moon, the more we viscerally feel the ripples of our own thoughts, feelings, actions. Whatever it is we do, we can feel that coming back to us, digesting that fully, really understanding the way in which we pull ourselves out into the world. So a new moon is so much more about, instead of moving inward out, we take ourselves outward in. Are you really here in this room? Be here now. Be here now with yourself. If your thoughts are wandering off, that's okay. Gently guide your awareness back to realizing that you are in yourself, in your own experience, right here, right now. Feel the points of contact between you and the floor. Each point of contact is a pathway to let sensation decompose. Each point of contact is a pathway to let sensation decompose in the earth. Notice the parts of your body that are the most still. Where in your body are you most still? Stillness gives us an opportunity to really feel what's here, to be patient with the changing of sensation. Do your best not to cling to that stillness, but hold it with a sense of love and gentleness. 10 more breaths on this side. Each exhale pulling you deeper into stillness. on your own time. Gently start to release your chest from the bolster. Feeling your hands as they press to the earth. Use the strength in your arms and in your body to pull you back up. Sweetly swing to the opposite direction. When you inhale, really feel your inhale. When you exhale, really feel your exhale. Noticing the points of contact between your body and the bolster, your body and the mat. Again, those points of contact are pathways to help ease sensation into the earth. You don't have to own the feeling. You don't have to own the feeling of tension in the body. You can release it if you'd like. Of course, some things are easier said than done. Some sensations take longer and reside in the body because they still have work to do. Relax your hands, relax your arms, shoulders, neck, chest, the back of the body. Feel your hips, your sacrum. Release the pelvic floor and allow the spine to be fluid. Allow the spine to be fluid. Allow the spine to be fluid. The legs, the feet, heavier, heavier, heavier. The legs, the feet, heavier, heavier, heavier. The legs, the feet, heavier, heavier, heavier. 10 more breaths on this side. One final breath here. The slower you go, the faster you get there. Allow your hands to gradually press into the earth, strengthening in the arms, they're gradually lifting, lifting, lifting. As you move, your knees will start to move away, swinging back. Just come into seated for a moment. Hips heavy in the earth. Relax the belly a lot. Let the belly just kind of press out and ease. Let the heart sink in. Arms relax down. Slight tuck of the chin towards the chest. Almost like you're listening for something in your heart. And take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale from center out to periphery. Breathe beyond the edges of your skin. And exhale, periphery, gradually back to center. Inhale, center out to periphery, softening the ripples of your energetic body. And exhale, periphery back to center, quieting, soothing, centering. And sweetly just flicker open your eyes. We'll move into Stonehenge. You can finish here if you'd like, move it through to Shavasana, or just do this pose before Shavasana. So get 2 blocks either on high setting or medium setting. Go ahead, just grab your bolster and place it on top of the blocks. You might want the blanket underneath the tailbone, or you can slide it away. And then sweetly bring your bum closer to the blocks and bolster. And just resting your legs on the bolster. When you're ready, allow your upper body to release down, sweetly touching earth. Now a blanket is great here for the belly. If you'd like it on the belly, over the body. So pull back into yourself. Just imagine it's only you in this room. Just you in this room. With every breath, becoming more and more heavy, more and more still. More and more heavy, more and more still. More heavy, more and more still. Where does your mind go in moments of stillness? And can you see how whatever thoughts or imaginations in the mind ripple out? What kind of energy are your thoughts sending outside of you? And how does that make you feel? And then how does that feeling make you feel? Bring your awareness to that space of the Chitikasha, breathing into the mind. Breathing into the mind. Breathing into the mind. How easy is it for you to stay there? And how does it make you feel to observe whatever it is arises there, arising in the mind? We become a collection of all the thoughts and feelings that accrue in our body. And from those feelings develop habits, behaviors, actions. And from those actions, they ripple out into the universe, shifting and altering whatever it is that's around us. If we remained still, then what would happen? Instead of us influencing the energy around us, we become untouched, like a rock in a stream, still around the current of life, as everything moves around us. Are you really breathing? Are you really breathing here in this moment, right now? Ten more breaths here. Once you've finished your final breath, you can either stay here for Shavasana, or you can prepare yourself to be in whatever position that you'd like, that is the most comfortable, the least amount of effort. about a minute or two to set up the posture. You can always come around and assist if need be, like a blanket or your body. Notice how you approach moments of transition. Are you still breathing? A moment of action rather than inaction. Easy for the mind to become rippled again.